Friends, hello, welcome back. Hopefully everyone's day's been going well. So one of the bigger talks of the NHL seems to be every single year. The Toronto Maple Leafs are like, hey, you know what? Let's go offense, and let's go offense. So in this video today, we're going to see what happens if the Toronto Maple Leafs, maybe they didn't go offense. Instead of going John Tavares in free agency, what if they would have went Erik Karlsson? So in today's video, we're going to take John Tavares for one season. We're going to take Erik Karlsson for one season, and we're going to see which season sims out better for these Toronto Maple Leafs. We'll get the Tavares one out of the way first. Still Tavares second line, stud and a half. Matthews first line with Nylander and Marner. That is not accurate. It would probably be what Marner, Tavares, Mikheyev. So we'll try to get that as accurate as possible there. The defense isn't really too bad. They got Riley, they got Muzzin, they got Brody now, and now they have Holston, Dean, and Dermott. So the defense has continued to improve for Toronto. But what if you would have said, you know what? We don't really need a guy like John Tavares. Okay, everybody needs a John Tavares, but we don't really need a John Tavares. What if we went defense? That would have been something nice. We should do is, should went back to like NHL 18, started simming up seasons from there. See how these Toronto Maple Leafs would have done 3 years down the road with Erik Karlsson as opposed to what they did in real life. But we're in NHL 21 now, so we got to stay up with the times, I guess. We'll see what happens if it would have just be this year, Erik Karlsson. Right now, Maple Leafs, solid season so far, if solid is not making playoffs, which is where they're at right now. I'm sure they'll turn it around now, or maybe not, as Toronto is still struggling, 5th in the division. They're gonna miss playoffs. No, they're not. They're there, 4th place. Yeah, just squeaked in there, did the Toronto Maple Leafs, as a wild card team this season with John Tavares and company. We'll take a look real quick at the goals for, goals against per game, see how these guys did do. Yeah, they just squeaked in there, 89 points. Probably shouldn't have made playoffs, in all honesty. There was 89 points, 2.78 goals against per game, 2.77 goals for. So the goals for were down this season, even with Tavares. And what you're looking for here is obviously the goals, against average being down a little bit more, helping out that defense. Right now, 2.77 by 2.88 for these Toronto Maple Leafs. Marner led the team in points, so a very down year for the Maple Leafs. How Matthews had 59 points, Marner 67, Tavares 56. Surprising to say the very least. We'll see what these Toronto Maple Leafs can do real quickly. Right now, we're talking a strong potential at a first round exit here for these Maple Leafs. We'll see if they can, curb off these Carolina Hurricanes, though, and get over the hump. The answer looks to be no. They're down 0-3 early, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to come up empty-handed in the first round with John Tavares. We're going to give it one more sim for good measure, though, with John Tavares, and see what we get here. Alright, so Sim 2 with the Toronto Maple Leafs. They are squeaking in as what appears to be the 3 seed, so they did better. A little bit better. Matthews 80 points. As I say, that's a bit of an outlier season. Have Matthews not even close to a point per game. So 98 points out of Leafs this season, 46 goals, 30 assists. Again, we'll take a peek over here at the goals against, goals for. Goals against 2.65. Still playing solid defense. Seeing the goals for go up by 3 almost half a goal per game. It's crazy how much of a sim difference the sim engine can make in this game. So 2.65 and 3.24 or 3.28 goals for per game there in our second sim. So we'll see. Can we get that below 2.5, around 2.5, if the Maple Leafs would have picked up a guy like, Erik Karlsson here? Let's go ahead, though, and jump into playoffs. Oh, my goodness. The Tampa Bay Lightning in the first round. I have a feeling this goes very swimmingly. Let's get the first three out of the way. Team's going to sweep the Lightning in the first round. If there's one team, oh, man. If there's one team that might have some playoff fears more than the Leafs, it could be the Lightning, who are now Stanley Cup champions. So maybe you can't say that no more. But the Leafs going to get out of the first round with John Tavares and company. Now, can they get over the real roadblock here in the Boston Bruins in the second round? The answer appears to be no. Leafs gone in the second round. And let's take a little peek real quick. Here's what the Toronto Maple Leafs would look like with Erik Karlsson. Now, would you do Karlsson and Riley together? Probably not, right? You probably Muzzin, Karlsson, and then Brody and Riley maybe on the second line there. And as far as the first line is concerned, again, I don't think Marner is going to play with Matthews. I don't think either one of them play with Matthews, to be honest. Matthews is that type of guy that can just carry whoever he plays with. I feel like you go to Tavares, they're going to say, you know what, Marner, Nylander, we'll put you on the second line, see if you guys can put up some points together there. Oh, and we'll put Mikheyev and Hyman on the first line with Matthews over there. So let's go ahead and give this bad boy a sim. We'll see if, I expect the goals for to go down a little bit. But then again, Erik Karlsson, pretty solid offensive defenseman there. So maybe, can bolster this defense and improve the offense? We'll see here. Only time will tell with these Toronto Maple Leafs. I like it though. I really do. I've always said it. I don't feel like the Maple Leafs needed John Tavares as much as they could have used a stud defenseman, because Matthews is just that good. Tavares or Nylander and Marner are just that good, where you add a little bit of depth on defense or some studs on defense and become very tough to compete with. Right now, the Maple Leafs, though, don't even know what playoff smells like. So, you know what? Maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're completely off on this one. Maple Leafs 11-11, trying to bounce back a little bit here. We'll see if they can get the job done. And the answer appears to be, did they even make playoffs? I don't even think they made playoffs. They were sitting on top of the division there for probably half the season. And again, we're getting a 62-point performance out of Matthews, 37-37. Yeah, that ain't a playoff team. 82 points, 85 for the Senators. It was a weak division. Again, Tampa and Boston, 95 and 91. You don't expect that. 2.68 goals allowed per game. So, that's the wrong team. 3 goals allowed per game. So the Karlsson's made the defense worse. So far, adding Karlsson, defense got worse. Offense has been kind of middle of the pack, 2.73. We'll give Karlsson one more year, though. I can't believe they missed playoffs with Karlsson. We would not be a good GM, clearly, picking up Erik Karlsson. I gotta say, though, it's been crazy watching these Sims, because look, Toronto, second place team heading into February, but then you get this, this February, March, which they did really good with the Tavares team. They had a really good February, Marches. It seems like they're doing the exact opposite with the Erik Karlsson team here, where looking a little bit better here this time around in February, but before they struggled, again, it was a first place team, and they just completely fell apart in the second half of the season last year and couldn't even make playoffs. This time around, it looks like they're going to make playoffs, and they're going to make playoffs pretty handily here, are these Toronto Maple Leafs. We'll see, though, is the defense any better? I think that's what you really look at here, ain't it? Is the defense. The Buffalo Sabres are who the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to get in the first round here. But again, how did they do from a defensive standpoint? Again, Matthews, it's just a random thing. You get the Matthews for 78 and you get the Matthews for 62. That's what we did it twice here for each one. Kind of got an idea for the best case and worst case scenario. 2.60 goals against per game. So we got their best defensive season there with Erik Karlsson, and a 2.88 goals for per game again as well to go along with that. 97 points. I think it's the best. Or not, 98 was the other one. So it's looking like we're not seeing a big difference. In complete all honesty, I mean, the first two Sims, both teams probably shouldn't have made playoffs. The one did, the other didn't. And then both teams the second time around, they did make playoffs. The question is, how does Buffalo do or Toronto do gone in the first round? So Toronto, they're struggling. They can't get out of the first round, clearly. And these Toronto Maple Leafs, with or without Tavares, things aren't changing for them. They're saying, you know what, we'll just stay in the, we'll stay exiting in the first round, or not even making playoffs. That'd be great. But that is going to conclude things for this video. As always, if you guys enjoyed it, a big thumbs up and subscribe is always appreciated and never required. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.